when I got stranded on freaking Christmas. Almost fell. So let me tell y'all, because this shit is crazy, bro. I got stranded. Remind y'all, it's after the storm, but like the storm is kind of still going because it's still snowing and stuff. And this is when they start shoveling, and you know the people start coming out and shoveling and shit. Wake up, it's Christmas, right? So I'm already like damn, because I woke up like kind of late, so I missed like present opening and shit. But it really didn't matter because I didn't get shit. It was just for me to like watch my little brother and my niece and shit open up their presents or whatever. I'm not knowing nothing with nobody looting, nobody like. All I heard was like it was mad shit going on after like the storm and shit. And while the storm was going, like all the cars was buried, people was in stores and stuff, stuck in stores. But I'm not thinking like, oh, people about to be stealing. But I'm already kind of thinking because I'm like, motherfuckers was stuck in Walmart shit. I'm like, shit, if people was in Walmart, I'm getting everything type shit. So that was that. But I'm not thinking nothing of it though. Remind y'all, I'm not thinking nothing of it. So then, oh shit. Yes. So this bitch don't know how to drive. So while the storm going on or whatever, like people didn't have no power or whatever. So I'm one of the people who didn't have no power. So I didn't have no power, no heat, no nothing. But I woke up to this shit because when I went to sleep, like I heard it was a storm or whatever, but I'm not thinking it's gonna be that like serious. Cause like storms is storms, feel me? But
what?
Every time I go to sleep, I always put my phone in charger. So I woke up. I'm not thinking nothing of it being dark or nothing. And I'm like, shit, my phone on 100. I'm on my phone and shit. So all I know is it's not no electricity, no nothing. So I'm like, fuck it. Like, I don't give a fuck. My phone on 100. Shit, I'm good type shit. But I'm not, like, I'm thinking like, yo, what if my phone die? And I was like, fuck that shit. Like, I'm going to savor my shit because my phone don't die fast. So, but my dumb ass, I'm on my phone all day, all night. That's it. Like, so my shit dying. Like, my shit about to die. And my phone dead. So I'm like, fuck it. It's whatever. Shit, my phone dead is what it is. Go to sleep, wake up the next day. I'm like, hell no, I didn't charge my phone. But like, when I wake up and shit, I'm already seeing like my little brother and my sister, they going back and forth to the car and shit. Remind y'all, I did not go outside. Like I said, the night before the storm and shit, I went to sleep. Like, I woke up, my phone was on 100%. Shit, I was good. And my sister, my brother, my mom, they just going back and forth outside, going to the car and shit to charge up their phones. Like, hell no, I'm not going outside type shit. But once my phone died, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm going outside. So I was the last one to go outside. Like, everybody else, they was been outside going back and forth. I go outside when that shit start getting worse, my nigga. Bruh. That shit was so fucking bad. Like, I did not want to go outside, period. But I had to go outside if I wanted to charge my phone because I needed my phone because it's already not no electricity, ain't no motherfucking power, no motherfucking light, no nothing. I at least gotta have my phone. I go outside, that shit looking crazy. I'm like, yo, nah. This shit was never supposed to be like this. Like, motherfucker, I can't even see my porch. Like, I can't even see no cars. Open up my door, because I got, like, a regular door, and then I got a screen door. So, like, when I opened up my door, the first door, the screen door was open because the snow was stuck in it. And it was, like, high up. And then when I looked outside, I didn't see no cars, y'all. I didn't see no cars. Like, all I seen was straight white snow. That's all I seen. Like, that's all I see. And I'm like, yo, ain't no way these motherfuckers going back and forth. And I had to go through this shit when my fucking mom car went out, bruh. So my mom car is in front of the house. Right in front of the house. So, like, it was easy for them to, like, charge up their phone because they were charging their phone up instead of my mom's car or whatever. My mom's car went out. I guess that shit ran out of gas or whatever. So they couldn't charge up their phones no more. So when my phone died and I had to go outside, I had to go to my sister's car. My sister's car was far. Like, her shit was parked on the side street. Like, this is my house right here. This is my mom's car, like, in front of this house. And then, like, as I'm walking, you see where I'm walking, like, it's like this distance and then like keep walking, then I gotta turn the street. It was like a little walk. And then my mom's car was like buried type shit. Her car was like buried, like it was snow all around her car. So the way to get out was I was I'm not gonna say I was lucky, because I was the least luckiest, but shit, at least I didn't have to make, because y'all know when you gotta make the motherfucking footprints in the snow for a motherfucker to walk, like type shit, and everybody just follow the footsteps and shit, and then that's just a little walkway. So I was kind of good because I didn't have to make the walkway. They had already made it for me, so I'm just following the trails. So as I'm following the trails, I get to my sister's car, charging on my phone and shit. It's cold as fuck. Like, I'm running and shit. The second time I went out there, bruh, or the last time I went out there, bruh, I felt like 4 times in the snow. I dropped my phone in the snow, all type of shit. That shit was crazy. So that's just the beginning of the story. That's when it first started getting crazy. That I'm talking about right now with the phone and the car and shit, of when the story first started.
3 days later.
It's finally Christmas. Boom. Day before Christmas, already saying like, nah, today gotta be the day where like the power get back on. Like, I'm already feeling it in my body, in my soul. Like, yo, the power is turning on today. Oh, boom. We gets my mom car out from getting stuck. So now we driving this shit. She go get gas. So I'm like, is Family Dollar's open or whatever? My mom asking this shit. So my mom like, yo, look it up or whatever. So he looks it up. He like, all Family Dollar closed. He riding past a Family Dollar, y'all. And I'm looking back and forth at the Family Dollar on my phone. And I'm like, it say it's closed. And in my head, I'm like, yo, it's open. And then that's when I looked and I'm like, yeah, that shit do say all of them closed. But I'm like, y'all, look, why that shit look like, I said, yo, why it look like it's open though? Like the lights on, it might be still open. Boom, he gets out the car. I don't know why he got out the car. Like, it was like that shit just like blurred out or some shit, because I don't remember him getting out the car. But all I know is, said, yo, they gashed open the door. I said, yo, you did that?
Major crimes. Shit.
So basically, we in that joint. So then, I don't know if I should be saying this on YouTube though. That's kind of bad. But y'all, I loses my phone. I loses my freaking phone, bruh. I finally find my phone after an hour of looking for it. Finally find it. It was in plain sight, literally. Like, anybody could have just picked it up and grabbed it. How many people was coming in and out of it? Anybody could have had my phone and could have ran off with it. That shit was in the aisle, like on a shelf behind some foods, but it was seeable. It was like, if you looked over, you can like see my phone, because that's how I found it. So I'm like, yo, thank God. I was just stressed. I'm like, no, I'm not leaving until I find my phone. Like, I was not feeling out until I find my phone. And I was like, whenever I find it, I'll walk or whatever. So my mom was trying to let me, so I ended up leaving and then coming back and just trying to find my phone. So that's what I did. I'm gonna call it the V. We went to the V. Boom. So we in a V. It's mad motherfuckers in there. Like, it's mad people in there. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. We was in there for a minute. I'm not gonna say it was a minute, but it was a minute to be in that spot at that time. You feel me? I'm gonna say locks. It was mad locks, like just riding past, like, but nobody was doing nothing, like, feel me? So we didn't think nothing of it. So my sister like, yo, I'll be right back. I'm about to go take this stuff to the car. Sorry. Boom, 5 minutes later, she's not back. I said, nah. I'm like, nah, son ain't right. I goes outside. I rushes outside. Only see one person. Then I noticed it was more like suspicious because nobody was in that shit no more. Only seen one person in there, and it was this man. He was like next to the door, but he was still like type shit. But I left out, so I'm about to go around to where the car at. The man like, yo, you know here. I said, yo, you dead ass? He said, yeah, I'm dead ass. I said, yo. So I'm thinking, cause my mom, she parked mad close to the place, bro. Like,
Really, nigga?
I spins the block. I walks up. Remind y'all, it's no mad snow, so I'm just walking over mad snow. So I got my bags. Mind y'all, I had these bags since this time. So remember that I still got these bags. Spins the block. I go around the block and go the other way to the other block. Because remind y'all, they said the locks was there. So I'm thinking like, yo, my mom, yo, my sister, like, they still right there. I'm like, yo, nah. I go to a point where I can see. So like I'm playing it off like I'm walking or whatever. I'm walking. I see both of them outside of the car with the locks. Say, yo. I'm like, nah. I'm like, nah. Fast forward, I'm waiting. Like, I'm just waiting. I'm praying like, yo, please, spirit guys, God, please let them leave with this stuff. Like, I'm just praying. So I'm like, all right. So I'm in a cut, like I'm sitting. And you know what's the crazy part about it is the locks was literally like 2 buildings down. 3 buildings down, like right there.
Oh no.
And it was just so dumb. Like, so then, remind y'all, I'm waiting and stuff. I'm sitting down, like I'm sitting on the snow, all that. So like, at the time, I'm not cold. But y'all know, if you outside for mad long, no matter if you cold or not at the time, you're going to eventually get cold because, like, how cold it was. And I was layered up. Like, I was layered up. I had mad pairs of socks on, mad pairs of coats, hoodies, and pants. Like, I was, like, kind of prepared. But, like, not for that moment. I was not prepared for that moment at all. So I let some time fly or whatever. Not that far. I'm only behind the building. Like, I come back 15 minutes later, everybody gone. The car's still there, but everybody is gone. So I goes to the car. All of the doors is locked. I have y'all remind y'all. I got both of my phones on me the whole time. I left both my phones in the car while all of this is going on. Y'all, why I didn't have my phone? I didn't have anything with me. I forgot everything. I forgot my Facebook password, my Messenger password, everything. Like, you know how, like, when a situation like this happens, like a real serious situation, just be too much going on, and you just forget everything, and it be the main thing that you're supposed to remember at that time, you just forget?
What?
Yeah. That's what happened to me. What a great way to start your day when you have no phone. I didn't have any phone. I didn't have any numbers. I only knew my mom, my sister number, and them 2 motherfuckers was booked. So I didn't have anything. So at this point, I'm like, I gotta go to the store. There was no stores open. There was no stores open. I don't know what time. I can't even tell y'all what time it was because I don't know what time. I had no phone. All I know, it was dark. Like, that's all I knew. It was dark. It was probably like 8, 9 or something like that. I don't know. Like 7, 6. I don't know. But I know it was late, like in the afternoon. But I don't know what time it is because you remind y'all, it get dark at 5. So I really don't know what time it was. At this point, I'm trying to find somebody to help me. I'm trying to find somebody to help me. So I walk this way, like I'm gonna ask them. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna ask them. I ain't gonna ask them. Them don't look like no helpful people. So I went back this way, and I see like the store open. The store lights were just on. Like the store wasn't open; it was just on. Walking behind these boys, it's 2 boys, and I'm walking behind them. So I'm like, so in my head, I'm like, ask them, and then I'm just like, nah, don't ask them. So I'm like debating. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna ask them. I'm like, y'all. I'm like, you know how to open up a car, without the key? And it was like, a screwdriver, or if you gash open a window.
Oh no.
After like I get to like really hear them talk and stuff, I'm like, okay, maybe I should tell them like a little bit about my situation so they can try to help me. So boom, I tell them a little bit of it. So I'm like, enough to where like, you know not to trust certain people, you feel me? So you tell them like a certain amount of information to know if they really gonna help you in that situation, if you feel what I'm saying.
Few moments later.
And so they're like, okay, I got a hammer in my crib, we could just go. In my head, I'm like, I'm not trying to, because it was like, it's gonna take a minute if you use the the screwdriver and do all of that. And all you gotta do is so we made a whole game plan. All right, the game plan was to execute. We had a whole game plan, and the game plan was to execute. And I wasn't really trying to go with that game plan to execute this situation, because it was just like, car. The window, the snow, the money, the cost.
Oh no.
Walking, as I'm walking, I'm going with it. I'm like, shit, yeah, we can do it or whatever. And then in my head, I'm like, what am I gonna do? I can't do this. Then he gets the little hammer. He puts it in his pants. He goes back. I'm like, yo, remind y'all, this when I start getting cold because I start freezing. I'm like, so we walking or whatever. At this point, I'm not gonna say it. Like my feet start getting cold. Like my feet start getting cold as hell. And I'm like, yo, let's rewind back to when I was waiting for everybody to like leave the place or whatever. I heard this man talking and he like, yeah, cause I seen people and this and that. He started snitching and stuff. So I'm like,
Oh no.
let me go back in the cut because this motherfucker snitching. I don't want to be back here while he come back here. Like he actually come back there and he looks, then he goes back. He told him and he's snitching. So I'm like, who is this nigga? Like, is he getting money from like snitching type shit? So I'm not having no understanding. So let's fast forward to when we walking back to the car. So we walks back to the car. The same man had a garbage can. He like, yo, can y'all help me pull this garbage can back to the V or whatever? So I'm like, oh shit, that's the same man. So I'm telling dude that's because remind y'all, it's only two boys. The other boy was like, I give y'all the man was like, I give y'all $10 if y'all can move this for me. So the other dude was like, he was sitting there, he was like hesitant. He like, all right, I'm gonna do it. So I'm telling the other dude like, yo, he a snake. That's the same man. Though. Feel me? So yeah, we can't do it right now because remind y'all, the car was right there next to the joint. Talking next to the car, like while we say like, nah, we can't do this right now and stuff. Why 2 Jeeps up like they got mad info in that car, and if y'all trying to go in that joint, I'm on that. Like I can do it for you right now as we speak. Like yo, they got mad info in that car. Like I'm on that if y'all on that type shit.
Oh no.
And I'm like, but like remind y'all, I didn't tell y'all this part. Yeah, we're gonna rewind back. So I'm telling them more information. So they like, if you don't do it, somebody else gonna do it. And I'm in my head like, nah, ain't nobody else gonna do it. Who gonna do that?
Really, nigga?
But I'm not trying to think that way though. So let's fast forward. Like, yo, we on that type shit. If y'all on that, so dude that's like, nah, it's too hot over here. We can't even do that right now. It's too hot. And we're trying to lead them off of it. You know, why they pull up in the parking lot across the street and wait?
Oh no.
We said, oh nah. And it was mad, but it was, remind y'all, it was mad like locks and stuff all around. So like they didn't have no chance to do it because we didn't even have no chance to do our situation and our part. So they wasn't gonna be able to do it. Then they finally pulls off. So we standing around and stuff, and we like, yo, we gotta find somewhere to go, like just to wait and stuff. And then he like, my phone about to die, so we gotta go. He like, my sister's house right around the corner, so we can go and we can wait there, charging my phone or whatever. So I'm like, bet.
Few moments later.
It's like an hour later. So remind y'all, I didn't remember none of my social medias, no nothing. So only thing I could do on his phone was like try to type in anything I could remember and log into whatever that was. So that's what I did. I logged into a fucking fake account. I logged into one of my fake accounts, bruh. And I didn't have no mutual friends at all as my regular page. So, and y'all know if y'all on Facebook, you can't just text somebody and they get the message. Like, text somebody and y'all not friends, it goes straight to your message request, which you don't get unless you look inside of your message request. And it's barely people who look in their message request. Hold to my one man, he gave me some bread to get a lift, but I'm already thinking like, yo, it's not no lifts coming. But I didn't, like, I don't be on Facebook or nothing, so like I wasn't really sure if the lift was gonna come or not, so I still tried. I was seeing people saying like it ain't no lifts coming, like it's no ride. I was trying to get Buffalo rides and people were scamming, so I didn't have no way, like I didn't have no way home, no nothing. I was just thinking like, home to my little brother. My little brother was alone, and remind you, it was me and it was me, my sister, and my mom. So like it was just all 3 of us, and we was gone. And then my mom, my sister, I thought they got booked, so I was just by myself. I ain't have no phone, no nothing. So if anything could have happened to me that night, and nobody would have known nothing at all. So good thing I'm her, like for real.
What?
An hour later, I got in touch with everybody I need to get in touch with. Nobody could pick me up. Everybody was stuck and stuff, so I couldn't get no ride or nothing. So when I'm like, okay, I got bread. So if I need to get a lift or whatever, so I had a whole game plan. Everything that's in the car, I'm gonna put it in a cut, and then like I'm gonna get an extra large lift, and I'm gonna just, feel me? So we had a whole game plan. The game plan was to execute. Yes, I picked the execute game plan because that's the only game plan that was possible that I could have got. Because I'm thinking like, if they got booked, they would have never got charged for everything that's in the car, and that's a lot of shit. It was a lot of shit. It was a lot of shit. Because people was watching, literally, people was watching. I didn't know people was watching, but they was telling me because they was like, yeah, because I seen it too. And I'm like, ooh, type shit. So after that, after the game plan was set, we goes back. Yo, why we go back? So y'all know what I'm thinking. I'm like, yo, well, I'm not thinking nobody took the car, but I'm like, the locks took the car. Where I'm like, yo, why the locks take the car though? And then like we was already thinking because it was mad, like locks just around. Now it's nothing. Now it's time for me to look for a way to get home. Mind you, I don't got my phone, so I got the money on his Cash App. Constantly trying to get lifts. It's none available. It's none available at all. So we like, and we keep trying, and we standing outside trying, like we in somebody's backyard just trying. After we come find one, they like, fuck it, we in that shit. And I'm like,
Major crimes. Shit.
I'll be, you feel me, like, I'll be on lookout, but shit, type shit. So they goes in a V type shit, cause I said I'm gonna be on lookout. So they goes in a V. I'm in lookout, whatever. It's another lookout too. Motherfucker still in a V type shit and things of that nature. And being there for a little quick minute or whatever, they like, I would say like 10-15 minutes. And mind you, my feet is frozen. Frozen solid, my nigga. I'm freezing cold, like all the heat done released from my body. Like I'm colder than a motherfucker, G. So I'm like, yeah, and I had no gloves. But when we was walking back from his sister's house, he had gave me some socks to put on my hands. So like I got warmer because I had like shit on my hands, feel me? And I didn't have none on my hands before.
Few moments later.
We leave the V. Go back to Duke. I'm on his phone or whatever because I'm trying to look to see like how we get home, because I'm like, I don't know these people from the canopy. Like if anything happened, nobody's not gonna know what the fuck happened to me, no nothing. I don't feel comfortable sleeping in somebody's house that I never met, that I don't know at all. Like these people could do anything, and they seem cool, they cool or whatever, but at the end of the day you cannot trust nobody. So I was not on none of that, and I'm like, I don't know, like so I'm like, yeah, I gotta go home, bruh. So I'm like, yeah, I just walk. I either walk to my front house or I'm gonna walk all the way home. So they give me, so they came WMans, feel me? They came WMans. They had gave me like mad stuff. They gave me mad socks. I switched out my wet socks and stuff, switched out my socks. They gave me like 3 pairs of pants, pajama pants to put on. So I was good. I was warm at this point. My feet done defrost because I was in the house for like a minute. I probably was in the house for like an hour, and we was like talking and stuff. So then I'm like, yeah, I gotta go, whatever. So he like, you sure, like you can stay here, like we good? And I'm like, if it's another storm, I'm not gonna be able. He was like, you go home in the morning or whatever. And I'm like, if I go home in the morning, I'm gonna be stuck here because it's gonna be another storm and I'm gonna be stuck in here, right? Like, duh. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not trying to be stuck in here. I'm trying to go home to like my brother and shit, for me. And I'm not trying to be here, like, feel me? I don't know y'all, like, type shit. I didn't tell them that, but I'm like, I'm giving them the hints. Like, I didn't actually say it, but I'm giving them hints. Like, now I'm trying to go, like, I'm trying to leave. Feel me? The one dude, like, yo, she just need protection, so because would anything happen? But in my head, I was already thinking that. But once I got out the door, I forgot, like, because I'm thinking, like, I'm trying to think of more solutions that I have. Like, who can I call? I'm thinking of mad other shit. He reminded me, so he said something. He like, yo, she need protection, da-da-da. So he like, I got a box cutter. I was like, shit, if a box cutter, I can slash dash, put in the hole. Feel me? Like, I could use that. Like, that's better than... I was like, all right, I got you. So then he came out with a hammer and a screwdriver or something. And I'm like, shit, this'll work. Shit, this'll work. Shit, I mean...
Few moments later.
Dude-ass, he walk us to the corner. So now it's me and other dude-ass, and we walking. He got to walk to his house. So, like, he's walking away, I'm walking. Straight shot of Jenny. Up. Like, all the way straight up Jenny. Like, Bailey, Jenny, Lovejoy, bro. Like, I'm going to telling me, like, if anything happened, like, you can come stop by. I live over here, da-da-da-da. Like, feel me? And I'm like, all right, bet. Definitely turn around. It started getting crazy out here. It started getting crazy out there. Like, the snow started falling and stuff. It wasn't it was like slowly getting worse and worse. Like, snow was falling and stuff. It wasn't that bad. Then it started more and more. So luckily, when it started getting bad to the point where I couldn't see my walkway, I was literally at the same street that I know somebody who will open up the door for me. So goes to that house. I goes to the house, but he wasn't there. His mans was there, but I knew his mans though. But me and him wasn't like close, like how me and dude was close. But I'm like, shit, I'm somewhere where I'm familiar with, and that's all that matters, because I'm not trying to be, feel me? I'm not trying to be out here. I don't want to die. I was like the whole way of walking, I was literally like thinking like, yo, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Stayed there for a couple of hours or whatever. Waited till the snow cleared up. In the morning, got to walking again. I'm walking, y'all. I'm walking all the way down. I was going like downtown, so like I'm walking, keep walking, like sky's the limit. Over there. I'm over there. I walks from there to downtown. If you're from Buffalo, you know that's a far walk. You know that's a walk. So my nigga, I walked, nigga. What you mean? I did not think to call my mom or nobody, because I'm thinking like, they feel me. I'm keeping in touch with my friend though, so I'm letting him know everything that's going on. So I get to the point where I'm close to my house, y'all. Like, my legs was burning, like barely keep going, but like I was going though.
Bitch, I'm dying.
Like I said, remember when I told you, I remind y'all I still had these 2 bags the whole time? I still had these 2 bags the whole time.
Oh no.
Let's rewind. So when I left dude's house, he gave me a garbage bag to put the bags in. So like I was walking like this, and I was dragging that bitch. But when I drug it, it took less energy out of me, so I was just dragging the bag the whole time. So it had like a little bit of holes and stuff in it, but nothing like came out and stuff, because it was literally bags inside of a bag. So like I was good either way. So if I had to hold them 2 bags, then I would have held them 2 bags. And one thing about me, I'm not letting go of the bags.
What?
Few moments later.
Let's call it FD. It was mad people come. I'm like, yo, this shit still going on. So you know me. I'm thinking we lost everything. So I'm like, shit, let me go get some stuff that, feel me?
What?
Type shit. So.
And then, the garbage was even more fuller, y'all. So, like, I was going up the street struggling.
Like, but it was all on me, though. Feel me? And then remind y'all, I was still masking on all that. So, like, I'm dragging this shit. Like, when I tell y'all, like, it came to a point where I had to do it with 2 hands, because, like, this shit was so fucking heavy. And then the bag, I didn't know that the bag would start ripping until I seen the bag start ripping right when I got to the house. I knocked on the door, because the door was like, I knocked on the door. Why? Yo, why the fuck?